Alright, I forgot to turn my camera back on, but I started working on it. But basically I got the positive wire here, has a female end on it. That way if it touches something in here and it's unplugged, it won't spark, it's protected. And the negative is the male, so I'll just do the opposite end on the wires here. These wires are so small for this plug. I'm going to strip a little bit more wire off and double them over. I got to make sure that I don't booger this up and do it wrong. Put the wrong plugs on these wires. So we want a male end on the positive. So let's double that over like that. Go. And we're going to want the female end this wire. There we go. Now we should be able to plug these in there. Just like so. I'm not plugging it all the way in. But we turned the thing on. There, I don't know if you guys saw that or not. I'll show you what I'm doing here. It's going to be using those dreaded quick disconnects, but it's what's in there. It's going to make it easy. But I need to get this air line out through the dash, down to the frame of the truck, running along the frame of the truck back to one of the suspension bags. I think that should be pretty close enough. The way that I do that is I'm going to feed it right through the dash, just like so. And it's going to go right down to the bottom, to the floorboard. Should be pretty close. Let's pull the kick panels off. We just gotta find that hose. It's gonna be up in here someplace. Feel up there with my hand. Oh, I just found it. There it is. We're just gonna feed this down. And there's actually going to be let me see if I can show you this. Back on this side, there's actually there's plugs in here. And you can just feed a line in here and then feed it up through there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find one of these. I could just feed it out through the hole there. You can see that there's a hole with thing, but might as well use these. So I'm going to put it right through that one. So I'm going to try to feed this line. Back behind here. Comes out just like that. I'm gonna cut a fresh end off on there so it has a clean. Drop the quarter. So there's a clean end on there. You just stick it in there, press down on it. There you go. Now it's in there, so it's in between the 208 and the 1601. So now right over here, it's saying this is 208, this is 1601, so it's going to be this one. So now this has got a plug in it to keep grime and dirt from getting outside into that plug and messing up. Now run the hose and plug it into here, run it down along the frame of the truck back to the airbags. But I'm going to do that later. Right now I'm just going to focus on the dash because I'm going to be leaving soon and I need to get my dash back together. Probably a good time to catch all these edges. Do some cleaning on this since I got this all apart. Get all the dust and dirt that collects all in these little crevices all out of here. I can get to the rest of the gauge then, but just down on that edge there, you kind of hard to get to. Has this one goofy little silver screw, goes in this corner. Before anybody says anything or thinks about it, because last time I took this dash apart I had these two screws out and this piece of metal has been going, it's been shaking the whole time since. Yes, I did put the screws back in. So we should not have that going on too much anymore. Let's take away a little bit of the noise. There we go. It's one part. All right. This wire goes through here. These are the radio wires. This one These go up to here for this cluster. I think that's about it. So I'll plug in the radio. Like that. It's plugged in there. That one gets plugged in there. And then this all goes back, and there's a little round knob thing that sits back and a mounts right back here in the back of the radio to hold it in position. Oh, I forgot this one. This one goes to my controls. There we go. There it goes. Oh, Jesus. Scared me again. See ya. Alright, we are all set. We're actually unloaded quick, but I'm going to get this dash back together before I go driving and losing parts and everything else. So I got that piece put in there. I made sure that my piece back there. Right here's my positive and negative wires. Here's my hose. The wire harnesses are all in there. These are in there. These are in there. Alright, time to start shooting screws. Not really sure. I can't remember exactly how many screws. Almost lost one. I'm just kind of looking on the plastic to see where some pieces worn and stuff. I'm trying to find that one screw that's boogered up. I'm going to put it in a place that I can get to it easily. Let's see here. Looks like there's one there. I want to kind of put the stripped one right. Well, probably not there. I want to put it someplace where I can get a pliers on. Probably right there. I think that would be a good spot. Find that little stripped one. It's right here. I'm going to have some cleaning to do in my truck. No, this one here maybe. Yep, here it is. This is the one. Put that one there so I can easily get to it. Looks like there's one up here. Any more, any more, any more? Looks like maybe one here. Don't see any more. All right. Feed these wires back in there. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. this one back through. I've talked to my boss. Actually, I need to take that one back apart. This goes behind there or something. I've talked to my boss. I've sent him a little video. Looks like it goes over the top of that. Sure does. Yeah. I sent him a little video of the wire harness and showed him, because he's talked to Kenworth too about it. And what he did is he actually has requested a wiring schematic for this truck. Says that it's going to take 2 to 3 days. So I said, well, you know what? In the meantime, I'll just put together the right way thing. I'll pop that in there. And I actually have the valve. It's right here. So what we'll do is we'll just flip the button and we'll make sound effects. Oh, psh, until it works. How's that? Psh, psh. There you go. So we got that back together. So we can plug all these back in. Let's see. I know this one with the red wires like this. This is for the flashers. Let's see, headlamp switch. That's gonna be this one. These are clearance lamps. That's this one. They can only go a certain way. If you look at them, they have a wide part here and a narrow part there, narrow hole. There's a 2 wide there, and then there's a single one there. So you can only plug them in one way. Which makes it good for me, because I need help with wiring. And there's a dome light. Dome lights. Cool. Lights are all working. So I guess that gets 4 screws. The question of the day, are we going to end up with extra screws? I would not doubt it. Go. All right, now we can put in that panel. So, uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Oh, there's a wire. I've misplaced a wire. I gotta try to find it. I do not see it. There's a wire for a plug-in that plugs in the back of these gauges. I gotta take the dash back apart. Alright, let's try that over again. So, I need a... What is that, 9/16? Yep. This wrench working here? Sure. So, I gotta hook all this up. I want to try to get the hose kind of correct. I think that'll work. Actually, you know what? I gotta cut off about that much. Alright. So we're just gonna feed that in the deer. I can never get them to line right up. I always have to take it apart. Because you got the nut, and then you got this little piece on there. Just like so. Oh, that's gonna be just perfect. My goodness! Ah! Now it always spins the hose whenever you tighten those up. So I'm going to tighten it so it does that like so. And then I'm going to spin it backwards. There we go. So now we can plug this here wire back in. I can't remember which one it goes into. I got two options. Let's give me this one. There. Plug my wires in. They can only go in one certain way. Tuck all that back in there. Hose. And ta-da! Put this plate on there. It goes this way. Yep. 4 screws. Oh my goodness. That's 4 screws. I know you were all taking side bets that I was going to lose screws or have extra ones. There we go. I did not put that in there. There was a little following too close thing that was up in the window that I yanked out when I got this truck, and the little gauge was screwed in there. So there we go. There's the final trim that snaps over the top of it, but I want to get down in here and clean all this up really good, all in between the gaps before I put that on there. And since I got it apart, but I need to get going to my next pickup. So I'm going to shut her all down and everything else, but I'll show you this again. I'll probably show you this at night. But you can see it's got white, it's like a blue, a purple, a light blue, a green, another green, a red, and a white. So it gives you tons of options for what kind of lights you want. I'll probably just leave it on white. Maybe red, because all my gauges are red anyways. Maybe we'll do that. I'm not really that type of guy that has to have certain colors. I'm not John, what's got to have. John likes to have all his little lights on and all that stuff and everything. I don't really care, as long as I can read the stuff. But we got the gauge all installed. The line has ran down to the floor. It's got to button things back up in here. But I got to get moving to my next pickup, and maybe I'll hook up the line going to the airbag, and then we'll have a working load scale. Well guys, here we're going to finish the install of the right way system. I'm actually out here in Laura, Maryland now, waiting for them to actually call me so we can get unloaded. But basically, what I did is, see, here's the plugs. And you can see this one here is that 2008 and the 1694, whatever, that's that one. On the diagram there. These are quick release, you just push that up, you pull it out, and it's a little plug. And then all I'll do is just feed this line in there, push it in there, and that will attach it to the line on the inside, and I'll run this down and run it along the frame all the way back to the airbags. So I'll do that. Pretty simple, just run it along the frame, put it all in the wire looms, zip tie it all up tight, and run it back to the airbags. I'll probably just bring you back there when I'm hooking up to the airbags. Hey guys, I'm gonna try to set the camera up here so you guys can see what I'm doing and not really see me. It's pretty tight up underneath here. But I have run this airline all the way up into the frame rails. I ran it around. I'm actually on the right side of the truck. This is the only airline that doesn't already have a T, and I don't want to double stack T's and make the airlines way high up in the air. So all it had was a single fitting. It's got that little quick disconnect deal on there. I just unscrewed that, and I have the line sitting here, and then I have my regular connection right here. So I have the line all run back. I got loom all the way to it pretty much. I don't think I'll need any more. So now all I gotta do is just screw it in the top of the airbag. Put my little dope on there. Try to do this without actually seeing what I'm doing. Probably covering up your view of it with my big old A-pan. Here we go. Which wrench was it? Oh, 3/4. I made this all out of the fittings that came with the kit. We're going to get another turn. There we go. That should probably be pretty good. Oh, that's going to work out perfect with the loom. That's going to end right there. Don't get much better than that. Yeah, that's going to be, I could probably go a little bit more. There we go. I don't even think I'll need to cut off the other line. You just stick it down in there. Try to clean it up. Just press it down in there like so. You just press it in there, and when you pull it up, it'll lock, which it didn't for some reason. There we go. It's popped up. So now I'm going to cut this airline. See right about there. Come on. Try not to cut my thumb off. There we go. get that little deal to go, everything to go together. So right, I'm gonna drop it like I just did. I saw it where it fell. I think I'm gonna move some of this loom. There we go. We just put that little compression fitting on there with the compression nut. And slide that in. Gasoo. I wasn't kind of thinking. I crawled up underneath here and took the air line off. Just let the air go off. And then the whole truck dropped on me. All the suspension let out and the truck lowered down. I was like almost trapped, you know. I could barely squeeze in and out of here, it got so tight. I had to suck it in to get it out. I should have dollied down the trailer before I let the air out, and that would have kept the frame rails up in the air when the suspension dropped, but wasn't thinking ahead. There we go. Let's zip tie this. One-handed, enough room to get two hands up in there. There we go. That looks good. Put that back on. Good to go. Oh man. Well, that wasn't good. I just made a big mess. My little goop stuff, my thread goop. Put my elbow on it, squeezed the tube out all over the ground, and then put my arm in it. I need more room. I'm going to use a knife to cut that zip tie off. There we go. We are tied in. Put air back to the truck and see what's going on. So you see it's all tied in nice. You can see what I was talking about over here with the T's. Over on this side, they all had these kind of T's. So I didn't want to stack another T on top of that. Make it real high. And you can see the mess I just made. I put my arm in it. I gotta get a new jacket anyways. This jacket's messed up. There we go, guys. We got it all ran up. Line's all up here. I've been checking for air leaks. Line is all run down. It's loomed all the way down. And it comes up here with these other hoses and put into this here block. And then up on the firewall, it comes through and goes up to the dash. And you can see right there, it's actually working. Let's see if I can show you the different colors. See, there's the white, blue, it's like a purple, kind of a bluish again, like a yellow, a green, and a red. All the rest of my gauge just kind of turned red, so I just left it there. But it is at 19, 20, 21,000 it's reading right now. And I am empty. So once I get loaded, then I'll calibrate this, and there's this a little screw right here where my finger is. There's a little screw that you just turn, and it'll turn that dial to put it on the number. So the next time I get a load that where it puts me up at between 30 and 34,000 pounds, then I'll go get a cat scale and I'll calibrate this thing, and then I'll have the right way load scale in Big Blue here, and all these other trailers I've installed them all except for one. There's one trailer, I think R72, I think it is the last one I have. So there you go. Well, there we go, guys. We finally have gotten the right way scale system installed into Big Blue. Well, that's weird. As I'm driving along, it's actually only showing like 17, 18,000. Huh. Now when I turn there, it gets a little heavier, I guess, because it's on that side and puts a little weight on there. I don't know. I know you're supposed to check the weight when you're parked and you need to have the parking brakes released, so there's air to the system. So that might, before I think I had the brakes popped out. I know I did. So who knows? But it's all installed, so that's cool. So now I just gotta get it calibrated. Now it's sitting right on 18,000. I'll be staring at that all the time now for a while. But there we go. I hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, a great night as they're watching this here video. And if you are not, well, you certainly could just try that all over again tomorrow. I'll catch you guys next time.